Hello. Kind of scary. First time going live. Happy St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day in a few days. It's wearing green. Okay, so this is an update to the Festival Planning Committee. The next meeting will be April 3rd, 8 a.m. at CSI. CSI is on Main Street. Our last meeting was March 5th at CSI, and we've made some decisions. Okay, as y'all know, festival will be June 29th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We're in desperate need of volunteers. Some of the things that the volunteers can do, it's not hard work. We need volunteers for setup and tear down. This is for, I'm thinking mostly the events and booths that will be there. I'll talk about that later. It would be nice also to have volunteers to help the vendors set up and tear down. The vendors are going to be bringing their own tables and chairs. Vendors, remember that. You need your own tables and chairs, your own canopies if you're going to bring them. It's going to be outside. We'll need volunteers to hand out tickets and take the money. We'll need volunteers for relieving people for breaks. Maybe they want to get something to eat. Even if you can only volunteer for a couple hours, that would be greatly appreciated. Figure out who can do what when. The promotion of this event, if you would like to volunteer. None of us have any experience with this. We're winging it. So that would be appreciated, especially someone to organize the craft show. None of us have craft shows. Anyways, those businesses that donate the money, I was holding them for a needy family and they got them. So I probably got about 10 of these things. Minnie Mouse ears. Can you see that? Yeah. So stuff like that, it's mostly kids going to be playing these games. We also need more vendors. So far, the space seems to be unlimited. And from what I understand, whoever applies will be accepted. If you apply, don't expect a response. Just assume you're accepted. If you are really worried that they didn't get your application, call or email Eric Hickman. He's the honcho of the chamber. The chamber is the one organizing this festival. But even if you just show up on the day, I don't think that they're going to take any issue with it. They have so many spots available. The vendor spots are $10 each. That's a 10-foot by 10-foot space. You pay on the day of the festival. You cannot pay ahead of time. They're going to be taking the money on that day. Okay, and we need a lot more vendors. Now, speaking of vendors, they are wanting food vendors. The deal with a food vendor. Now, food vendors different. There will be a $50 fee charge on all food. It says the $20 fee will be waived if a vendor has already paid the $20 fee to the city of Hudson. That's the city of Hudson has its own food vendor fee. So I'm not really understanding that. You're going to want to get with their Hickman on up early, more than one spot. You might want to come. It's not a locked area. You don't have to worry about somebody. It's going to be on the lawn. Now, here's some of the activities they want to happen. Because we're limited on money, we're trying to go and booze. Here's some of their ideas. Talent show. To have their annual silent auction. Vendors, businesses. That's another thing that you're going to want to donate your merch or gift certificates for. The free store. I don't know if y'all have been free stuff, clothing, no food. Uh, I think they've had diapers before, toys, shoes. For that silent auction goes to the free store. None of that goes to the chamber or the festival planning committee. There's going to be the bike giveaway. Now, the bike giveaway, what they were saying was you have to be present to win. The winner's going to be announced at the fireworks later on. The fireworks, I don't know where they're going to be. So I'll find that out and tell you next time. The Kiwanis duck race, that's most likely it's not set in stone, but it's most likely going to be at the time of the festival, because it always is. I'll keep you updated on that. A lot of people miss out on purchasing the numbers. You do not buy the ducks. A lot of people are disappointed, but when they realize they don't get the duck. The money's being raised for the Kiwanis. It does a lot of community work and activism. So they have to use the ducks year after year. Sorry about that. Burnups is going to have a farm display there. Now there's going to be fire trucks. There's going to be a display there. Fire trucks, safety house, and life flight. The life flight exhibit did very well a couple years ago when we had it at the Memorial Park. So you're going to want to come for that. That's a big thing. Did I tell you about the Humane Society? They're asking both Hillsdale and Lenawee County Humane Societies to bring cats and or dogs for people to pet and adopt if you would, if you see a dog or a cat that you like. That's going to be something. Now, because of our limited finances this year, there's not going to be much. There's not going to be any rides, and there's stuff like dunk tank, stuff that's free or almost free is volunteers. I can't stress that's really what we're lacking here. Now, I'm trying. Hopefully, we'll get interest in that. That went over pretty well. Now that last time I went to it, it was an actual contest. So we'll need prizes for that too. If anybody wants to volunteer, prizes for that. Definitely need prizes. You don't have to live in Hudson. We'll take any volunteer from appreciated. Monetary donations are appreciated. We're trying to build this up. This is the first year. All the money that comes in from this festival through donations or ticket sales, anything else, this will go towards next year's festival. We'll also be having events throughout the year. I say we, I'm not even a member, but I'm volunteering specifically for events that will lead to next year's festival. Um, yeah, so all this money is going to go towards next year's festival. And we used to have a really, really nice festival. It had built up over years. Things happened. So now we're basically starting from scratch again. Anybody with any expertise in any of this stuff is welcome. But being that they're typically 8 a.m. on weekdays, during normal week hours or normal work hours, we understand that most people can't attend. So all you have to do is get a hold of Eric Hickman, who's the chamber honcho. I don't know what his exact title is. Any of the chamber members, go to my Google business. For some reason, my Facebook page, Quaker Made Voodoo Dolls and Catnip Toys. If you have any questions or you want to volunteer and you need to know who to get a hold of or what you can do, I'll be getting more information. I'll be keeping everybody updated on when stuff's happening, what more we need to vote it because they don't want high expectations. They want to eventually move into a festival, and that's where we're headed. So please consider volunteering. Please consider donating gifts for the prizes for the game. Much for listening, and I hope